Welcome back to Satisfactory. Hey, I was thinking about two projects that we could do while we wait for some crystal oscillators. But one, thinking if I clear this, do I have enough crystal oscillators? Now, 192 isn't bad, but it's not enough. But what if I clear this one over here? Now, that's only going to give us 60 more. If we have enough crystal oscillators, we'll... Alright, well, you already knew because of the thumbnail that we did not have enough crystal oscillators to do this project, so we have to go ahead and put in the roundabout. Thinking maybe we can, instead of trying to use turns or curves, we could use roundabouts. 590, so we're 200 away. And we're making 7.5, 200. 200 divided by 7.5. 26 minutes away from having enough. Let's load our road blueprint. Not that one though, because we both know that I'm going to use the 4-lane whenever I can. I think the thing to observe here is that it's stacked on a 4-meter foundation, and then a 1-meter foundation is the basis for the actual piece of conversation. So over here, I'm thinking I probably want to make this a pretty tight turn, right? So this is 4 foundations wide. I want to come to something that's 4 foundations and then starts to turn. So we could build it with 2 foundations and the turn. And then just do that twice. Uh-oh. Do I have the road barrier? Okay, I'm about to say the road barrier is the absolute required. How sharp do I try to make this turn? 45 degrees is probably the most reasonable. I mean, that's pretty much it. It would be nice if we get it back on the 40 or back on the 90 degree. My worry is if I try to build it outside, it's gonna kind of flop, and that's the reason why we're on the 5x5 as opposed to the 4x5. Just so we have enough room. Oh, I forgot to put the 1 meter foundation in. Whoops. I'm glad I have the asphalt version of this. It could have been that I didn't. I'm pretty sure the way I would put that together would be something like how I did it. I'd use the painted beam to get the first half of it. Then I put the small concrete pillar on the edge of that. Then I can use the small concrete pillar as the basis for building the rest of it, so I can get rid of the beam and then slap that in. Let's see if that looks like it's at the same height. It's got that nice 45-degree angle, and then maybe 2 of those. Yeah, that looks like it'll connect reasonably well. My guess is we're gonna have to do something about that to try to make it look like it's perfectly connected. Is there a road icon? How about round? How about circles? How about... There really isn't a good thing for this. We'll use the tractor. Two by 2 for height roundabout. Does this road actually have light poles? I don't remember seeing light poles. I must have deleted the light poles on my little coal road. We might have to consider how we want to integrate some light poles on this. This is why you test. Oh, that's interesting. Moving things into the right directory has always been a weird thing for me, but I think we've got it. Ah, it still ended up here. I can't help it. I really want this to be in this directory. Edit. Oh, you can't set the blueprint directory here. Why not? Ah, don't drag it on this. You have to drag it in here. Okay, fair enough. Fine. Either way, it's working. So the idea would be to connect this. It's possible this is sort of not ideally set. It's not going to let me nudge this enough. This is one of the things I really don't like, is the fact that the nudge is so limited. It's only going to let you move it one foundation worth. Oh, wait, hold on. So that's the only downside to that, is that it's really not connected nicely. And it's not going to get connected nicely. Other than that, I can see this kind of working. Probably need to extend this by 1. There's some percentage of this where we would want why is it back over here? All right. What? Oh, well, I guess because I resaved it. All right. Let's see. Maximizing or perfecting this overlap right here is gonna probably take the most effort. The problem with doing that is that it will in fact make it more difficult to connect it. We'll try it and see what happens. I think for this to be really good, I don't think I have this customizer. Yeah, I don't know if I have any of the designs for the customizer. It's gonna come out weird anyway because it's gonna be like straight, then a meh. We'll have to see what we do there. This technically should be out here. But roundabouts only go one way, right? You go around the circle. And then you come back and you go this way. So it doesn't have to be a full 2. That would be a little confusing if this were real, to have this line here, which represents the divided highway, and then this represents the lane. Oh, yeah, let's see what this looks like. It might be worth it just to... Yeah, it is not gonna be a happy connection. It might be worth it just to Give me 1 second. Be right back. All right. We are back. So, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could make this... Is it going through that corner? Yeah. No matter how far it goes. I mean, you could make that pretty close to perfect. But boy, would you need to want it. I mean, that's probably okay. Right there. And there's some half clicks that we could try. But there's no half clicks on the half clicks. You know? And I guess I probably wouldn't want a clip in the road, but I also don't want this big chunk showing. Something like that is probably as close as we're gonna get. It's gonna slow our build speed because we're gonna have to like stop to nudge this. But that's okay. You know, I said there are no half-halves, but now I'm wondering if I tweaked on top of this one, could I get a half-half? How bad do I want this? Sometimes if you can get right on the painted beam, you can pretty effectively change how you build things. I'm starting to think I don't want it bad enough, but we're going to keep trying here for a little bit. Yeah. It's really not that much better. I think we're fine with what we have. Now, the question is, do we have enough points to grab something good? And also, secondary question, let's research our hard drive. We're looking for a basic ingot that includes concrete or limestone. Extend the life of that. Or we could add some rubber to our flexible frames and cut our steel requirement. I think we'll go for the rescan. I know we're looking for something. Right off the top of my head, I can't remember what it was. A pure ingot. Add some water to extend our iron. I may never use this, but I like this better than I like this. Four coupons. What am I looking for here? Customizer. I'm looking for like dotted lines. They know that's the one I want. That's why it costs exactly 4.
Fix-It does not guarantee improvement of workplace readability, efficiency, or safety with use of these patterns, since the process of deployment is dependent on pioneer skill.
Okay. Do I want to put some light on this? Alright, first thing we wanted to try was the customizer patterns. You know, on the center dotted line, this might work. Or on the edge dotted line. I'm kind of liking how that's working. I doubt there's a dotted line 45-degree angle turn line that I could use. This would be close. I mean, that's really close, actually. The only way that I could get that perfect... Oh, man. I don't think there is a way. I think it would be an absolute struggle. Why is this design so much thicker than the other one? I mean, just using the straight line, center dotted line. For this to work, we might be able to get this to work, unfortunately. It'd be so much easier if it just wouldn't work. You're like, nope, sorry, can't do it. I kind of like that, actually. And you know what all I need? I know what I need. I just don't want to do what it takes to get it. I need those half foundations to make that really nice. All of this because we wanted that center line to transition. And it's actually going to work better than I thought. I really should have checked to see if this thing would have even nicely circularized. I guess I can check that while we generate the coupons we need. We need 4 more coupons for the half foundation set. Sadly, we don't have any... We don't have any DNA. Ooh. I don't want to turn this into an Explorer episode, but having those would be really nice. Do I not have my weapon on me? I seem to have the chainsaw, but not the basher. Where would I put that? It's so loud. I don't have any bashers on me. Okay, well, let's just make one, I guess, real quick. We need 2 zappers, I think, to make the basher. And for that, we need 2 reinforced plate, so 4 reinforced plate. So a stack of reinforced plate. I'm not sure how we missed that. That's okay, we'll make the basher. Oh, wait. Oh, I already used the DNA. I used it all for making health inhalers. Hatcher remains. Wow. That alien DNA got used up almost instantly. It did give us a quick coupon, though. Still going kind of slow. Problem is we only need one more. What I want to do is use those half foundations to slot in there so we can see. This is only going to happen when you have a handcrafted. Only a handcrafted map is going to give you those types of moments. Give me 1 second. Super busy today. 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I guess technically I could... Do I have a... Oh, I don't have that option. I've always said, who needs that? I've never done that research. I would love to have it right now, though. I hear somebody. Alright, hold on. Might be music that I'm hearing. You know, one of these might be enough. Because you get multiple... Oh, no, we only got one piece. Ugh. Okay, that's probably enough, because those 5 will turn into 10, those 10 will turn into 20. So we're probably doing okay. Looks like we could probably use some more of the ore that we have. I'm gonna pick up a chunk from the iron pipes. Just to loosen up the factory a little bit. Ooh, these guys are short on cable. We definitely need to make sure we're still making crystal oscillators. Oh, I think I passed it. Let your mind drift for half a second and it's just like, boop, you miss it. Let's go to Hatcher proteins? Not Hatchers, Hog proteins. Using this Summer Sloop and Max Shards. Quickly process that. Then we'll use those proteins to make DNA. Of course, by the time we get back to it, we probably already have the coupons that we need, but that's okay. While we're at it, let's just make sure we use this DNA. You know what? I don't want this here anymore. And then we will drop this off. Like so. Wow. That DNA is really, really effective at making coupons. Jeez Louise. I guess we gotta take these too. Oh, I didn't take them before. Okay, that's why. I was like, we just picked up 4 and we instantly got another 5? But no, we instantly got another 1. All right. Half foundation set. Exactly what I'm looking for. Add to cart. And then, is there a tape? There's a tape somewhere in here that we haven't seen. All right, well, let's spend another... I don't know where that tape is. Absolute fix it. Let's try that one.
In the early days of the Save the Day program, when I was still in alpha, some of the employees would store their personal musical projects on my servers. In a way, this was the music I was conceived to. Enjoy.
Oh, I see. These are inherent to the boombox. Haha. Alright, fine. All that so we can get this half foundation, so we can try to easily eliminate the Z fighting that's going to come from this. Foundations, half foundation, 4 meter. thing is, if I get closer, will the Z fighting go away? Yes. It's all a matter of which one you want to be on top. But I think this is fine. I guess beyond fine. I think it's good. Do I need to make another version of this? Now, how do I got right here. So that's the problem with this. It is absolutely not going to let me build this in blueprint mode. There is no way it's going to let me build it in blueprint mode. Maybe, I mean, we need a place to really test this the right way. This is not the right place for that. The other thing to consider, obviously, is to build more of the turn in the blueprint. I don't know if we've got room to build more of the turn. like one of those moments where you're like, do I really want to do that? Oh wait, why is this off the ground? Oh, yeah, I probably don't like that. This should be 1 meter half foundation. Now we got all kinds of Z fighting issues. Typically, if you reapply the customization, you can get away with it. But I think I'm introducing a whole separate problem here. You know, I could start all the way over. I could start all the way over and make this a little better. It would be a lot easier if I just said, okay, here's 2 points that need to be connected. Right, that's the open point. That's the open point. 1, 2. And then over here on the 5, this is the open point. And that's the open point. And then the goal would be to just connect this point to that point. Is that a thing I can do? The hardest part about this is going to be getting these road barriers to cooperate. Oh, and they worked instantly, so that'll be fine. This is way better than what I was about to do. One, two, 1, 2. So in the center here, theoretically, you could like move this around a bit. Then I'm thinking half foundations. That makes the road a little smaller, but technically it's only one lane, right? And then it might make sense. Let me think about this for a second. You know, it's probably not gonna be easy to put in the architectural edges on this. I'd be surprised if this is still considered in the blueprint. We'll drop it and see what it does. The primary advantage of doing it this way is that it requires a heck of a lot less testing. Because now we know it's flat and it's flat. And there are no angles to take into account. You know what I mean? I could probably move my painted beam to 7 here. Why won't you give me this diagonal? How am I going to do this? Road barrier? Will that give me the same snap point? Yeah, there's absolutely no snap point on there, unless it's just because there's the foundation there. If that's right on the corner, I don't understand why that doesn't line up perfectly. I think that is the lined up perfectly. That little gap. We could potentially put another pillar there. So now we're officially outside the designer. Ooh. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, we are just... Real life is kicking in today. I think we're going to be forced to leave this because it's right on the edge, and there's no way for us to be not right on the edge unless I build it in separate pieces, which guaranteeing those angles doesn't make sense. So here's what we'll do. We'll just leave it. I mean, there's really no reason to push it any further than that. I like this half foundation placement. Let's see if we can find a full foundation version of this that we like. Hold on. Last time we kind of... Chances are good, though, we need to come from the other side on this. Once we put our extra 1 meter foundation on, this will make perfect sense. I mean, I'm not wholly convinced that this is even considered inside the blueprint. I'll be happy if I find out that I'm wrong. I think if I shift this over by half a foundation, the question is, can a half a foundation now fit in here? This is gonna make using the dotted lines infinitely more difficult. I think I'm gonna go with pattern removal. I don't know that I need to have the dotted lines. Technically, this should be concrete anyway, because we're still going to put in the 1 meter foundation. I think just another chunk of this dramatically nudged will do what we want. Oh, it's off by that much. It's always something. I don't want this gap here. I think we'll have to suffer through without the pattern. But hold on. This is supposed to be 2 as well. One, 2. Uh-oh. Now we got this internal... Trying to make this side look nice is going to be a bit of a challenge, but we'll figure it out. Let's just figure it out here. We got the edge. That's easy. So we'll take that. And presumably we've got that same ease of use on this side. Alright, so now it's just a matter of... We gotta line these corners up. Maybe the road barrier will do it for us? Let's just try the standard first and see what it does. More or less, I want to start from here maybe and go to here. Might be a good use freeform. Like, how bad do you want this? I mean, what I really could do to cover that would be to put a little... Try to keep the blueprints relatively free of any... Ugh, see, I hate that side. All we need is a little pillar here. You know, this would be better if it were just rotated ever so slightly. Oh wait, what's that corner barrier looking like? That actually might be just enough to get us through this. It's imperfect, but it looks a million times better. It almost looks like I did that on purpose. Should these be on the straight side or on the diagonal side? I kind of like where that's headed. And then we'll just put down some nice 1 meter foundation on top. Uh-oh. Why is that like that? Oh boy. Are you trying to tell me I put all these edges on the wrong place? I think that's what they're trying to tell me. Let's sigh. Alright. Because this is obviously... No, wait. No, that's right. Why was it so tall? Oh, because it was... Yeah, I think it's fine. Alright, let me put those back in. I'm glad I double-checked that before I took a dramatic action. Do streetlights improve your organization? Or is organization kind of the catch-all location for this stuff? Maybe this is wrong. Yeah, I think these edges are wrong. Sadly. Oh, no, wait. Okay. I'm having... So this is 2 over, but then it's 2 over with 1 on top. I have it 2 over. Yeah, it still needs 1 on top. Finding a snap point that will allow this. Alright, so that tells you everything you need to know. But that is... Let's sigh. All of these are wrong. Obviously and totally. Okay, we can fix it. Got to go from that end to get it to line up perfectly. Might want to nudge this just so we can be sure. Yeah, see there? Never can be sure unless you're sure. Though, technically this is just a full 1 meter foundation. And then we got to get all the funky shapes put into place. Then we put on the edges, and then we're done. It's going to be one of our longer videos. Man, you would think you could see the edge there. I'm liking the looks of that, and then I think we just need to come from this side. Excuse me. There we go. Just have to build that painted beam at 4 meters so we can have the perfect space. See, by now I could have just picked it traditionally, but... Oh, what happened to our painted beam to start with? You'd like to think that you could just nudge this around to get the perfect placement. And then we'll get rid of this painted beam. It's almost like we're doing it right for the first time. Oh, that's way too high. We gotta find that same snap point. Come on. We'll start each end so we can kind of dictate the gap. Then we'll reconnect these on the way back. Yeah, there's a little bit of an in lane in here. But you know what? I think we'll just put some organization on top of that. Because, you know, we almost had a blueprint that wasn't covered in quartz. Can't have that. We could probably tighten that up a little bit. You put that down so you can have a full flat space so you can really angle this exactly where you want it. Gotta nudge this. I think a little bit into the concrete looks cool. Just kind of confirms that it's actually in there. And you know what? We might as well set this to the right color. Oh, I'm so much enjoying the cyan. Probably just stick with that. How far do we want to go with this? It would be kind of cool if inside here it kind of had a glow to it. But I don't think I want to do the whole thing. We'll just do little highlight sections. Background, blank, go. No text. Max glossy. Thank you. Copy and paste to Rooney. Why do I never have enough crystal oscillators, I ask? Oh, I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason, but we'll never figure it out. So the inside of those roundabouts should just super glow. And then we'll put in our corner. We're almost done. We're going to put in our corners here. Our previous corner was a little better. Let's see what it looks like on this side. Yeah, see, that's better. Okay. Just a matter of setting it up on the right foundation. And then we'll get into the organization, what the street lights. We'll drop these down here. And we'll go over like that. Guess we can try to keep it somewhat symmetrical. What else do you need on a roundabout? You know what would be kind of good? And I spent all of my coupons. Let's see if we can find... Let's see if we have enough for an arrow. We've gone this far. We're already over. I wonder if we can find a little arrow to put on the flat parts. As a reminder. Also a signage. A little bit of signage to tell you to turn right would be kind of cool as well. Uh-oh, we're only at one coupon. Arrow patterns is only one. Perfect. Let's take that.
Thank you for investing into our internal closed economy. Your contributions provide aid to many good fix-it causes.
Not sure how a closed economy can do that, but okay. Alright, let's see here. I'm thinking something as simple as uh-oh. Have I done something terribly wrong? One, two, one, two. One, two. One, two. Okay. No, it's just the overlap is different. Oof, I was worried there for a second. I had it totally messed up. Technically, I don't need this on this side. I want to put like street signs, but I don't think I'm going to do it. So yeah, that was a lot for relatively basic design. I'll admit it. But I think we got there. All right, blueprints, roundabout. We might not be able to get this easily connected here. This is the reason, one of the reasons anyway, that I end up building way higher than I need to. Just so you can find a snap point. So you would have your straight road, you have your roundabout section, you delete the entry point. Oh no! So that was a failed nudge. Yeah, because the bumpers have to be taken into account. That time I put it in way too far. All right, we're gonna get this right one time before we quit. There. And then this nudges over like that. Then you delete your entry point. Of course, if you're in blueprint mode, you delete the whole thing. There we go. The only part that's going to look weird is we didn't put more brackets on the outside here. But I think that's fine. I think what we'll do is we'll just pillar all the way down any area that's actually part of the roundabout. Okay, let's finally call it there. Congratulations to you if you made it to the end. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Let me know how I can improve this, and we'll see you next time.